Hello everyone, so today we're going to be talking about the first boss of Shadowmoor. So it's the crystal looking guy, I don't know what his name is, Gurubia, blah 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 blah. And yeah, we're just going to talk about the mechs and how to do this dungeon, well this boss fight. It's relatively simple, it just takes some practice, especially for the drivers to do their roles. There's 3 roles for this boss fight. So you can see over here that there's 3 circles, there's 1, there's 2, and there's 3, right? So these 3, out of these 3 circles, 2 of them will light up later, and then the driver's jobs are to drive the boss into these lit up circles. And then so 2 people are going to be drivers. So in this case, it is Bunder over here, so he's a driver, and Key over here is also a driver. So these 2 are going to be the drivers. And then next up, there's going to be 3 conductors. So in order to be a conductor, you have to pick up these quartz or these crystals that will spawn over here. One will spawn right where I am, one will spawn here, and the other one will spawn there. So there are 3 crystals. The people who will be conductors in this video is going to be Lumiere over here, it's going to be myself, and it's going to be Rooney over here. So us 3 are going to do the conductors, and then the last role is just going to be the tank. So in this case, Mars is going to be the tank. So in order to become a driver, you have to be, it's the closest target to the boss. However, there are certain conditions. For example, the tank cannot get the mark no matter how close he stands to the boss. And then the 3 conductors, if they have picked up the quartz already, they also cannot become the mark for the driver. So it's really just whoever's not doing the conductor or doing the tank is naturally going to become the driver. So that covers all the roles, and now I'll play the clip and I'll show you the key moments. So at the very beginning it's relatively simple. You're just gonna DPS the boss until mech phase. However, it says a sea shroud permeates the area, so you can see that there's just like this water thingy around here. You see that little water aura thingy over here? Just don't F-roll over that or else you will instantly die. So you just want to stay within the arena. So once we hit 70%, it's going to say that he's searching for his prey. So right after this, he's going to pick one of the drivers. So it's either going to be Key or it's going to be Bunder, as we identified before. So one of these two want to be the closest to the boss. The other 3 doing conductors, so that's myself, that is Lumiere over there, and that is Rooney over here. We want to stay away from the boss because we do not want the mark. So the people that are staying close to the boss are only going to be the 2 drivers, which is Key over here and Bunder over here and Mars. So only these 3 stay close to the boss. The other 3 doing the conductors stay away from the boss. This is extremely important at 70%. The moment you get to 70%, you need to get in position. So once that happens, he's going to randomly pick a mark. So you can see over there that there's a little devil thing on his head, and that is a mark. So you can see that he's marked Key over here. So this simply means that Key is marked, but because we haven't gone into phase yet, so the 3 crystals have not spawned yet, so it doesn't matter where you drive the boss, because no matter what, the boss is going to jump back into the middle in order to spawn the crystals. So this guy can do whatever he wants at the beginning. However, in hard mode, it's slightly different. Hard mode, you actually have to make him dash into one of the lit up pads. So you can see that next thing he's going to do is he's going to charge at Key. The moment he charges at Key, he's going to pick him up. So you can see over here that he's picked up someone. So the moment he picks up someone, his CC bars are going to open. We need to stun it, or else he'll inflict heavy damage on the person he picked up. So you can see he picks up the guy and we immediately stun and he puts it down. So we're safe. So over here, right after he finishes his rotation, he's going to jump to the middle of the map. The moment he lands in the middle of the map, he's going to use a room-wide AoE suction attack and pull us all in. So the 3 conductors, which include me, Rooney, and Lumiere over there, we have to F-roll out and immediately start heading towards the crystals. And you're going to see the crystal spawn. So he's going to land in the middle, he's going to do a suction attack, and the moment he creates the suction attack, you see that he creates quartz. And you can see on the minimap that there are three crystals now. So these 3 crystals, we need to run into them depending on what crystal you're assigned at. So, you know, for example, I'm assigned at the 10 o'clock position, there's a 6 o'clock, and there's a 2 o'clock. Just make sure you guys have predetermined what quartz you guys are going into, or what crystal you're going into beforehand. You're going to see that. I F-roll immediately, I go into my crystal. And you need to do this relatively quickly. The main reason is because only then will we know which is the real crystal. So you can see that this crystal over here is remaining. However, you can see that these two crystals have disappeared. The main reason is because out of these 3 crystals that spawn, only one is a real one. The other 2 are fake ones. So you'll see that the one that I stepped on is going to disappear. Oop. See, it's gone. The reason why we have to do it quickly is because the drivers, Bunder and Key, need to know which pad to drive the boss into, because you want to drive him to the furthest pad first and then drive him to the closest pad second. So you can see here that we get extremely lucky, and because this pad is lit up and then the other pad over there is lit up, and this one is not lit up. So you can see that these 2 pads are equal distance to the crystal, so it does not matter which pad you drive him into. However, it is also possible for RNG to have this pad over here light up, and maybe this not, and this one lit up. So if that happens, then you need to drive the boss to the furthest one first, and then back to the middle, and then to the new one. So let me continue the video and you'll understand why you need to do that. You're gonna see there, he's searching for his prey. Right after he finishes dropping these thingies, he's gonna search his prey, and immediately you're gonna see whoever gets the mark. So whoever the 2 drivers are, they just need to pay special attention to see who's driving. So you can see that I think it is Bunder that is driving here. So he needs to just pay special attention and drive the boss. See, it's Bunder, and he drives the boss directly into the lit up pad. And you're going to see that the light is going to disappear. And boop, you see? So once this pad disappears, now you have to drive him back to the middle. Because his boss's dashing distance is not very far. It only covers about from here to here. So you can't drive him directly to the new pad. So you have to drive him back to the middle and then to the next pad. So again, you're just going to DPS the boss until he's searching for another target. And since he's searching for another target, the only 2 possible targets that he could pick is either going to be Bunder over here or Key over here. So it's not going to be too much of a problem as long as both of the drivers are standing relatively in this direction, so that the boss will charge back to the middle. So we're going to see that here. We're just DPSing, waiting for him to say the next target. He's searching for prey. He does a lot of random rotation stuff. And boom, now you can see that he's searching for prey, and you can see that the symbol is now on Key. So Key quickly needs to run over here, so that the boss gets driven back to the middle. So you're going to see that now. Going to run to that direction, and boom. So you can see that the boss is back in the middle, and now we need to drive the boss to the last pad, which is over there. It's right here. So you need to drive him in that direction. So again, we're just going to wait until he's looking for new prey, searching for prey, and then the 2 drivers need to stand in between the lit up pad and the boss will run over there into the pad. We're going to see that now. Again, he's going to do his regular rotation. We're just waiting for him to search for prey again. And right before the boss charges to the last lit up pad, make sure that the conductors get ready. So you can see that Lumiere over here is the real conductor because he has the crystal on top of his head, and the other way to know that you're a real conductor is when you run into the crystal and the crystal does not disappear. So when the boss charges into this spot, later on he's going to freeze all 3 conductors. So we need to be spaced out evenly. So the real quartz, or the real conductor, needs to stand closest to the boss. Then it's going to be me and then the 3rd conductor. We just need to be spaced out evenly because the boss is going to chain lightning us, and it's going to chain lightning, it's going to bounce off that, and then destroy this crystal. Once this crystal is destroyed, it'll create a bubble of protection where everyone needs to run into in order to be protected from the room-wide AoE. You can also iframe it in normal mode, but if you're doing hard mode, you definitely need to do it because you will die. So you're going to see that happen. So again, you can see that he's searching for his prey, so he's going to charge forward into this pad. So we're going to see that soon. Blah, 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 blah. And boom. So the moment he charges into the pad, it's going to say right here, the quartz resonance has been offset. So once that happens, he's going to use a room-wide AoE, which will freeze the conductors. So it's going to be Lumiere first, and then I'm going to stand around here, and then Rooney's going to stand around here. That way the chain lightning will blow up the crystal. And we'll see that happen now. So you see we're standing here, and we're just waiting for his room-wide AoE. Now here it comes. Boom. So once the room-wide AoE hits, you can see that we've been crystallized. The 3 conductors can't move at all. We can't cast anything. We're frozen. And then everyone else, including the tank. So the tank and the 2 drivers need to get away. Because what the boss is going to do is he's going to grab the real conductor, which is Lumiere, and then he's going to chain lightning him. So the moment he gets chain lightning, it's got to bounce between us to blow up the crystal. However, if there's a target closer than me, it'll bounce the wrong direction. So you're going to see here that everyone just runs away except for us because we're frozen. And you're going to see the chain lightning just zap through them. So you can see here, everyone runs away. You can see that he picks up Lumiere and is going to smash him down there and then cast chain lightning towards us. See that? Boom. And here you can see the chain lightning is really big. The radius is extremely big. So you have plenty of space to play around with. And then you can see that hit me. And then I did my chain lightning and I hit Rooney. And the Rooney did chain lightning and then blows up this crystal. And the moment the crystal blows up, everyone needs to run towards the crystal into the bubble. So we're going to see that happen now. Boom, you see this bubble that is created. Everyone needs to run into this bubble and then we will be protected. So we're going to see that. Everyone runs in and boom. And that is the entire mechanic. So you can see that, you know, again, I'm in a relatively high DPS party. So we only did the mechanic once. And then, you know, he's 22% and we just DPS him to his death and he dies. So, you know, we just DPS him and boom, he's dead. That is the first boss for this dungeon of Shadowmoor. It's relatively easy. However, you don't have to do the mechanics that I just talked about. There's the quote-unquote F8 cheese method. It's basically every person picks up the quartz or the crystal, and then you just drive the boss away from the crystal. You can drive him anywhere as long as he doesn't charge into the crystal, the real one. You won't wipe. There's no wipe mechanic unless he charges into the real one. So, you know, you don't have to do the mechanics here. You're not forced to do it. But obviously, if you're watching this video, I'm assuming that you want to learn or you want to know how to do the mechanic. So that's it really, guys. Thanks for watching the video. I hope it helped, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
What can I say except you're welcome for the heals, the boosts, the rest.